okay? Something's got me a little worried.
You can talk now.
You were around during the whole SO and Kantan doing void stuff, right? I mean, I know you were around, but you know what that was?
Yes. Yes, I do.
So, there was a person, a being, I don't know what they were. But while they were there, they took me to the void. Remember? Or I don't know if you remember that part. Or if you're told about that. But anyway.
Why do you mention them?
Because I saw them in Zephyra. They said they're observing, looking, and they're free now. I don't know what they are. I assume there's some void creature, but I didn't know if you had more information on them.
You don't want to know.
I don't think that's an option anymore. They've been hanging around my street. They've been watching my shop. I asked them not to, and they disappeared, but I don't know if that's going to keep them away forever. I've told people to avoid them. And for the most part, people seem to take me seriously, but you know people, they get curious.
They're not something to be trifled with. Run, if you see them.
You're telling me. You're telling me, but...
Everything okay?
Yes. Just making sure no one is eavesdropping too much.
Appreciate it.
I wasn't trying to, Percy.
No, I am talking about...
You're fine, you're good.
Here.
Anyway.
I got you. There's like a little part of me that kind of wants to like bother her by like yelling something over, you know, because we're cool like that. But then there's another part of me that's like, what if it's like really serious?
It is really serious.
I wasn't talking to you, Percy.
She can still hear.
Sorry.
I know. Okay, I'm moving.
Avoid contact with them. If you can.
How are you doing, by the way?
And failing in that,
Adjusting well.
like I said, they've been
Just don't follow
they've been
them.
in my city, they've been on my streets.
Yeah.
Just ignore them.
I used to be a gamer kid too.
Just don't give them what they want.
Had like a really nice computer and stuff.
Whatever
What do they
it is.
want?
Super into what was it?
I don't know.
So they want to observe.
Roblox for a little bit.
Just there to observe.
And then I got into Minecraft.
Right
And
on.
then we're really in. Yeah. And then we're really in.
I don't know.
I think it was Majora's Mask. That was the only Legend of Zelda I really played. Because the moon was spooky. I don't know why I vibed with that.
Anyway, figured if anyone knew about it, you might.
Yeah.
I know of
I
them.
know Essos and
Yes.
But my family.
Kanto know that they're around.
They were my only company.
Kanto, sorry, Kanto.
Who wants some wang? You know,
What?
That was the kind of one-liners that I'd said and stuff. So I always like snuck them in because I kind of had.
What do you mean your company?
All the way in my System 32s that I renamed and everything. I jumped all the way through it to get.
They were my only company.
God, I miss those then I'd have to go to school and whatnot. I was the most awkward kid.
Whatever you do, don't accept anything from them. And don't seek them out.
The headaches are worth it, though. You know, like trying to
Yes.
all the people
I do not
talking to you
get
and
headaches.
everything.
It's more.
Fine.
It's hard for me to.
Try to keep avoiding them.
Once
Don't
again,
telling other people to do so.
Sorry, by headaches I mean metaphorically, right? Because it's difficult, right? You know, headaches. You know, oh man, like it doesn't. A headache doesn't stop you. It just makes
Thank you, by the way,
everything
for the other day.
uncomfortable. You're like, I don't want to
The
do it
mission,
now.
the
talking and whatnot. It's like
simulation.
pauses or not wanting to interact and stuff. And I understand that. 'Cause
I hope
Are
it was
you
beneficial
okay?
to you.
the longest time. But if you like really try to
Is
push yourself,
Don't give me
anything
that I am functional
you
thing.
start picking up small things, right?
You seem distracted.
You might be in a room full of people that you
does
don't wanna
anything
talk to.
seem off
You're
to
like,
you?
but I'm here.
Something
Why
not quite right?
I mean,
Even yourself, do you feel
I
like
mean,
you?
Interacting with someone might brighten someone's
Although how
day.
would you know?
Or it might teach someone something that they really need to know because you
No, you wouldn't
yeah.
know.
got that knowledge.
You
Unless
seem a little
maybe
bit
that was
odd.
another trick.
But you're not stupid. I don't really need to tell you.
No.
I mean,
See you trying.
I feel kind of normal. I know it's weird, but like I feel normal.
Makes my family happy seeing me outside the terminal.
Yeah, makes all of us happy.
Apologies for
I
interrupting.
don't know,
Flight.
some
medic
stuff,
wanted to
but
meet
it's
ya.
like stupid stuff.
Come hither.
Anyway,
He's the one with the very long record.
You seem as you,
I see.
do you?
but that was always...
Whoa, what do
that was
you
always
mean
the trick.
very long record?
What
Nothing, I'm
trick?
messing with you.
Although...
Did they mess with you?
Because you're probably
Injuries,
right.
perhaps?
Yeah, probably injuries. Not reason.
If...
I used
No.
to wear armor where my abs were always prevalent. And I used to constantly get either like a hole or
we simulated the experience.
right there every time.
You grew, which was not something I could predict. This seems stable.
I grew?
Yes. Yes.
Heard good things.
There is...
Oh, you mean when I was in hell? Yeah, it happens.
My name's Slade.
many things.
Valentina?
Not in
Valentina.
hell,
Pleasure to meet you.
but
Miss
in
Valentina.
person.
Likewise. I'm not much.
You didn't expect me to grow?
Oh, why do you say something?
You grew in ways that I cannot predict.
When I've done something
I
else,
can't
so, like,
predict someone's
I mean,
changes,
when, like,
the growth that they experience.
He may be terrifying in battle, but he's a literal
Okay,
jungle
that makes
giant.
sense. I don't think anyone can predict how people...
Now we can test that theory.
Well, you can kinda... Sorta.
There is always
Some people are kind of predictable.
probabilities, but in some cases, it is difficult, especially when you are young.
Oh, I'm sorry. Two conversations.
But you seem stable.
One of them have changed.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I think
Yeah,
And
some days I wonder.
changes.
helps.
Understood.
I'm
Different
joking.
kind.
I'm messing with you.
Yes,
Yeah.
avoid contact with them if you can.
Fuck.
Otherwise, just don't give them anything.
Nothing. Just like the grumbling gas.
Wait, that's what you mean? You think they did something to me?
You know, it's a World War III over there in the
Soup
distance.
eater.
I'm going back in.
It is difficult to say. They are unpredictable.
Man.
Alright.
Watch out, they're talking about like turning people into robot heads.
Great, that's the
like
last thing
weird
I need
head
to figure out. I
robots.
need to
I
know.
don't know.
The last thing I need to think about is fucking my head being jumbled. We got another bunch of entities trying to do that shit.
Head on a plate, then something about jar. Something about Futurama. This was a synthetic person, so I don't.
Okay.
Fuck if I know.
I'll try to avoid them. Try to keep avoiding them.
Like one and the same.
Yes, just
I don't know
don't
if I can keep everyone
take
from doing
anything
that, but-
or give anything.
I don't know. Just
Not even
That's
wearing
something-
like. Yes, Matt.
Okay, speaking of nothing, is that yellow floating? What is that? Oh no, that's a light orb. I'm dumb. I thought it was a person. Maybe I am going crazy. Alright.
Please don't say that.
Hybris.
Is my name calling if
I-
you?
Look, you know who my uncle
Go.
is and my family is.
Training room.
It's inevitable.
Secure our disagreement.
To some degree.
I'm just as lost as you are, Charles.
Lost? What is that?
Thanks,
No, I'm
Hybris.
not lost. He wants to kick the shit out of us.
I just wanted to make sure no one was listening.
What the fuck?
Crazy day.
Percy.
Slade.
So I'm gonna guess it's just a normal day and they just gonna... Yep.
And normally it's a lot more relaxed and refined.
I hope you are well aside
Fair
from
enough.
me.
Oh, the thing you heard. Okay, well.
Hello?
Yeah.
I want a cookie.
Alright, fair enough.
Hey, Mom. Hello, Jaden.
Right here, hard charging light.
I have been monitoring the fort while you were finishing up.
Swinging his
work.
arms now?
Thank you.
What's this?
It was very uncomfortable.
I'm sorry.
Aye. I'll go back.
It is a fact of life.
Very wise.
Are you alright?
Training room's actually empty.
Just reliving a few unpleasant memories, is all. I will be fine,
Maybe
I'm
they're
sure.
out in the garden, perhaps?
It looks more like a lot of
And
them
how are
are
you
in
All the time you need.
the lounge here.
Growing more accustomed to things?
All right.
Yes. Aside from some interesting comments from a councilman, I am doing fine today.
You needn't heed any of his comments. He's a malicious
I know.
man.
I am just humoring him to be
Yes.
polite.
Disposition towards others. Sometimes I think he takes joy in it. But
I could see that.
regardless, thank you.
A lot of the agents seemed uncomfortable, so I thought I would distract him since it would be a very bad idea to harm any of us, especially us.
Yes, his desires are not to be fulfilled here. As much as he
I
might
thought
try.
taking one for the team, as they say, would help everyone else feel comfortable.
A very noble thing of you to do. Just as I would expect.
I might as well do something.
Very good.
Let me know if you need any help with a potential visitor.
I see.
I have seen the news and nothing more.
There is plenty more data on her than what has been shared on the news. But I feel as though giving Ethereal another chance to prove himself, and for her to prove herself, may be beneficial for both of them. It is difficult to predict how she will react. But Ethereal's logic as to that she may be able to grow a bit here is true. It is what this place represents. In many ways.
I will be respectful, but again, if you do need anything.
Of course. The only thing I ask is that while she is here, no one attempts to aggravate or become aggressive with them. Though we most certainly do not agree with her previous
agents.
acts. Yes, of course. Though we do not agree with her previous acts. It is not the first time we have had to give a second chance to someone who likely did not deserve it. Yes, Hezekiah?
Hello?
Hello. Good evening. I was preparing to do the report that I was messaging in the offices.
I see. Please step forward.
I
You needn't
will
always
continue
stand there.
my taking one for the team.
Do as you wish.
Hmm.
If it gives you any trouble, though,
Love you.
let me know.
Of course.
If you want to let the agents know to stay out of the training room for just a little while I come and do it, appreciate it. Right. Going to be having an interesting conversation and one I hope that isn't dangerous, though there's no telling, so I want to take precautions.
I see. May I ask, what is it that you aim to achieve with this?
A bit of understanding. Not for me mostly, but for Dr. Amber.
I see. Perhaps then this will work fine. But I will caution you that dealing with such things can sometimes lead to unforeseen consequences. Although I'm sure you already know this.
Of course, anytime you meddle in the affairs of magic or bindings such as this.
Yes.
Well, I simply want a modicum of conversation to happen, although I'm hoping that she speaks common in that form. Maybe. Either that or, well, I'm going to be lost, I don't speak Draconic.
I see. Yes. I suppose I will be watching and listening.
Right. I believe she's still in the office right now, so I'll head over grab her, and we'll be in the training room soon.
Of course.
I'll get to it.
My statement.
One of my other halves
Go
would say
on.
no, you shouldn't, but
Go
Yes.
on. Go on, you two. Go on, you two. Go fly over to a telephone pole and then sit on the wires until you get zapped.
Fuck off, Slade.
Yeah, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go to my office now. So, I'm gonna go do shit. And be a boring office worker.
Can I break your desk?
I bet many people have had the unfortunate realization, or rather, the unfortunate opinion, I guess, that they could probably do it without the middleman, you being you. Unfortunate for them, I imagine.
You're very right. You need the right connections and the right help. Can't do it all yourself, or you'll never get too far. I discovered that the hard way, Percy. I thought I could. But then I found out that people were very helpful when given the right circumstances. Together strong, yes, is the saying.
Something like that, yeah.
Whereas I could only jump a mile. With someone else's help, I could jump double that, triple that, and so on and so forth. People are the most valuable part of a company. Never forget it. Make sure they are happy as well. If they are dissatisfied, then your products will be poor, your workload equal.
That's why people love to work for you so much. They get worth their while. Speaking of.
Ah, Hybris.
Hello, Mr. McKay.
It has been some time, dear.
It has been.
I hope I have not disturbed your sleep.
Well, I suppose I haven't slept in some time, so no, I don't believe you have.
Had a quick chat with Jaden. He's developing well.
Yes, we're quite proud of him.
Something of an artiste, he's told me. Alongside Luna.
In a manner of speaking,
Creating
yes.
very worlds.
Yes. He's taken quite the interest in it.
I'd be so proud if I had a son like him.
Naturally.
And Luna doing well. She has her own business, yes?
Yes, she's been working very diligently over the past year.
To be a parent, I am envious.
Perhaps one day, Mr. McKay.
Perhaps one day. And how about you, Hybris? How are you managing? Surely.
I am as busy as ever, I'm sure.
Governing this. I am. But you know me. I try to find time to take walks.
Of course.
You should too.
I do, every so often. Perhaps not in the streets of Zephyra, but I have my spots that I like.
Surfing the stars, then?
No. The surface is just fine. But the stars are beautiful as well.
A woman after my own heart.
I find that terrestrial travel is much faster. Easier to take a quick break to go look at something.
On to business since I have you here. An increase in pay for your agents fast. Job well done.
I see. Is this perhaps the job that you had specifically requested?
It was. Out of the blue, you see. And they responded. With Godspeed. And achieved their goal in record time.
I see. Well, I'm glad to know that you were satisfied with their efforts. I'm certain they would be happy to accept your gift.
For you?
Of course.
There is one tiny little sliver, though. Were there reports of any papers missing from the salvage?
I don't believe any of the agents reported anything.
Very well. No one happened by them on their way through the portal?
I believe the only thing they mentioned was the specific object of your interest, the one you were hoping to recover.
Yes, and I am indebted.
Hybris is talking to Malleus?
Yep, never mind.
Very good.
Yeah.
I'll have my boys and girls keep searching then. But they were papers after all. They may be lost to oblivion.
Quite possibly. Especially when you're having them look into such things. In such places.
Yes.
A lot can get lost there.
That's what I mean. He's like literally right up there.
A great deal.
You want to ask him, don't talk to him. Oh God, no. I'm not sending him to talk to you. You know what? I feel like he's a
If I were to come by again and require assistance as such, would there be any further problems?
I don't believe I see why that would be an issue. After all, given the concerns surrounding the previous incident, a number of individuals would have been in grave danger should the situation escalated.
That is right. Would have caused a catastrophe.
Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. To know that I can count on Aegis at a moment's notice. Relieves the great weight off of my shoulders, darling.
Of course. We are peacekeepers, in a manner of speaking, so making certain that the peace is kept is one of our higher priorities.
Peace. Harmony. Very good. That's all I have for you, dear. I just wanted to thank you.
Of course.
Again. Oh, lovely to see you. Doing wonderful for yourself.
Of course. Thank you. I have been very busy, but that does not slow me down.
I'm going to go back to watching the vastness of space.
Do as you will.
Good to talk to you, Hybris.
And you, Mr. McKay.
So when I was at the Dragonspire Keep, there was a small little dragonoid creature that was selling quote-unquote dragon drugs. And I actually bought one because I kind of wanted to bring it here to like experiment, like have someone like look at it and see like what's inside. But apparently it's like extremely big about getting you guys really high and then crashing really hard to go to sleep. So I'm just saying I have one.
Hello, Persephone.
Figure you wanted to talk about business stuff on your own. Sorry, I kept listening for a little bit.
Of course. It's alright. I understand. I'm prone to such things myself.
No, are you sure?
I mean, this is your house.
We can hear your inner thoughts. We can hear your inner thoughts.
You're gonna hear the outer thoughts of.
You're gonna hear the inner thoughts are gonna become an outer thought.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh. No,
Neko,
it's not
dear.
necessary though. That's the magic of it.
Let's go with the
I was unaware
depths
you
of
would be
the
visiting
mind.
today. It's been some time.
How many CCs do I need?
I hope you've been well.
Did she tell you how many?
Yes,
How
I
much?
think we were still trying to
I've
figure
been
that out.
operational.
That is wonderful to hear.
I'm just gonna go walk around. I'm just gonna go relax for a little
Not
How
getting
about
into.
you?
I have been very busy, but that is common for me.
I do have a natural remedy. Just saying.
I have a request.
Oh?
Just gotta go like right for the temple, you know, just like
You have one good. I could just.
I will need
Slip those
access to
down.
this one's medical records.
my
I
will would push
see.
me through at least a couple extra seconds.
Well, that would have to be something that Dr. Amber
Also, to be fair, with
is
cleptices,
willing to share
like,
with you
paralytic
first.
poison, I've actually
If
been
they are
injecting
willing to
small
share
bits
with
into
you.
me,
I am okay
trying to
with
build
this.
a.
I'll probably
Understood.
be there at some point.
With your
Have
consent.
some suit recently. Wanna wear it?
Fair enough.
You should be receiving it any moment now.
I keep looking at me with that needle. What?
Don't inject yourself with random paralytics. That's not safe.
No, it's cleptices. It's so I can build a tolerance.
doesn't
That
make
way,
it
when he
better.
accidentally
That's
hits
like,
me
oh.
with his tail, I'll be fine.
What is the duration?
5-10 minutes.
Sure. Yeah, that should
I think
probably
once you're
be
out,
enough.
you'll stay out for a little bit. So about 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's sort of entirely dependent on her.
If I may ask, out of curiosity, what is the cause of interest?
How much anesthesia to dose it with so she goes to sleep?
Ah, I see, I see.
I don't have Kanto on the ship, so I can't, cast a spell on her.
I see. I will assume that you are asking her to run these calculations, yes?
You can always use Google.
Oh, yes, I'm gonna rely on that to
How
guess how much
fast you heal?
dosage to give her.
From the entity on average.
Her paper
Well,
cuts
I haven't
disappear
really-
sometimes.
Yes, very quickly. Trying to recall the last time I actually got injured enough to really actually make a difference. I would say a reasonable sized laceration would probably heal within a day.
Well,
57 millimeters.
So why are we injecting you with drugs?
We're, to put it simply, we are making a collect call.
would you mind returning the
To the one
vial
inside.
back to the cabinet for me?
Ooh.
Thank you. Alright, well, I'll take the safety thing off after we get into the training room.
Good idea.
Oh, that's why you were keeping people out of the training room. I thought you were doing some pigeon stuff.
But no, I don't really care if there's people in there. I'm usually facing the... It's fine.
Sorry, still
we're
in the
going to head
kitchen.
over there. You can watch the doorway if you wanted to. Up to you.
Yes, I
Your
will
armor should
stare
be
at the
able to
door.
run
I'll be your door protection. I think I'll be fine.
Yes, it'll be alright.
Then, Mr. Slade,
Miss Hybris.
I hope you have been well. I hear you have been very busy lately.
More than I would like, but hey, work's work, so.
Naturally.
Not complaining.
Of course.
Funnily enough, it's non-violent work.
Some of it, at least.
Well, it kinda, yeah. Some of it's, running through blood tunnels and whatnot, but the other half is helping someone back into society. All that kind of jazz.
I see. Well, I am glad to hear that you are at least managing your schedule, although make certain you're keeping safe while you're out roaming through blood tunnels.
I'll be alright.
Many
I got
people
my
say
armor
that.
on. This is true, but I make sure to stay prepared. Got a satchel of holding on me. Lets me keep at least about 4 mending scrolls on me. Keep the armor all tip-top. I take health potions, and I make them into little injectables. But make them, and I just kind of do that. That way I can just go ahead and hit it into my body. Keep moving. Work together with my team.
Very good. Do be cautious when using potions as much as you do. Over time, there are strange health risks that can occur.
Yeah, I've actually been told a little bit about how toxic potions can actually be, which is why I try to keep it to like 1 healing potion a mission, maybe, if even that.
If you can, yes. You
There's
don't want
also
to
this
overdo it. As with all things,
There's also
in moderation.
There's also my personal favorite that I actually use a lot.
I think
Duct tape.
doing something that requires fingers.
Of
and
course.
Not meaty claws.
If it's bleeding a little bit, all I need to do is just slap some duct tape on it, and then I'll get an actual medical professional to take care of me afterwards. Toodles, Aegis.
Goodbye, Mr. McCann.
Good night.
Anyway, I'm going to the
I
onsen.
do
I'll see
believe
you.
they make proper tape for such things. There are a number of chemicals.
They do.
Bye, everybody. Enjoy the
Duct
cookies.
tape.
They do, but
Hello.
it's so much cheaper and effective.
Take care.
I see. Is this simply an attempt to reduce the cost of your equipment upkeep? Or perhaps...
Well, yeah, I mean, bunny preserve's expensive, considering that even though I understand that PL pays well, and even here pays pretty good, I'd still got to spend a lot of money on a lot of the extra feed. God, that Diva and a bunch of them require expensive feeds. Of course they do. I've also got to pay on the upkeep of the actual location because, well, turns out getting a little bit more traction now. I'm getting taxed more, because of course I am. While also trying to work on some renovations and stuff like that. Making a little shrine, little location to help out Sakoto, as well as some of the other people. As well as a little training ground that we're setting up. I have a hiking trail. Trying to actually get this pond area. I actually want to purchase it personally. So that way I can have a fishing trip with some friends, which would be nice. Also taking care of the Fae bunnies, which requires their own bag of business. And then the snow bunnies, which we have to make an artificial area for them, which is, oh, God, it's a bitch to keep it going. But when it works, it's good. And when it's winter, I can just turn it off. Perfect. Keeping the energy up for the lunar buns, which are getting really uppity lately, which is, 0G bunnies. It's sometimes fun, sometimes not very fun.
I am familiar. Have you considered alternate revenue streams to be generated by your reserve?
Well, I've thought about charging people to come and check it out, but it just doesn't feel right. It's meant to be a preserve, not a place, to earn money. Donations are always welcomed, and I do get them.
Of course.
But I tend to reject higher donations, because if someone wants to donate me about $1 million or $2 million or something crazy like that, there's got to be something behind that, right?
Naturally, yes. I suppose the concern is that here in Aegis, I prefer to make certain that my agents have the equipment that they need to take care of themselves and keep themselves healthy and safe.
Well, I'm sure that I could afford to get some actual medical tape. I do know it exists, but I am trying to put away a lot of money because I don't know.
thinking about being a dad again someday. So I want to be able to, you know,
I see. Well, if you ever wish
get the
to
essentials.
speak on these future goals and how perhaps Aegis can assist you in reaching said goals, I am always willing to listen.
Well, I know of some locations of poachers and whatnot who have maybe people with a more kinder touch could possibly help deal with. I'm a level with you. I'm gonna kill him outright. I'm gonna do it, but I would rather people not do that. You know,
Yes.
killing people kind of wrong.
Generally
So,
speaking, yes, it is better to see those who have committed crimes to be held responsible for them rather than to simply see them perish. We can discuss this more in the future. However, that could potentially be an avenue by which we assist you, being certain that you stay healthy.
of course. I mean, I'm okay. I'll admit, you know, fighting demons and devils and all that's catching up with me, but it was bound to.
Of course. Well, I suppose the immediate suggestion would be to have set aside a retirement fund. Something that when you are ready for such a commitment, because perhaps there will be a day.
Sorry. I don't know about that. But I am putting money away. I understand.
I can tell you from personal
Though not-
experience, raising children is no small task.
I understand better than you probably know.
I am aware.
And I do not plan on retiring anytime soon. But I am the kind of man who can put down his weapon for a while. I know I don't look it. Oh, I know I don't look it. But I've been learning to use an open hand more. And I've never been one to kill people. Even self-defense, which was a recent thing I had to deal with, I am disgusted by it, and I do not want to do anything like that ever again. So I am doing my best to deal with that other side of me and put it to use fighting things it's supposed to be fighting, not people.
Very well then.
Don't worry, I have no plans of absconding that sign or making our emblem seem any worse. You know, making any of the rest of the people seem bad. I don't want to do that.
And we thank you for this. It is one of our expectations here. But do consider what I've suggested. Among the myriad of other things I'm sure I could suggest.
I'll probably sit down with Belle and talk to her a little bit. Try to get an idea on things, you know. Try to figure out what we're doing, I guess.
Of course. Communication is key in such things. Just keep in mind there is always a future that you cannot see yet.
You're making me think about those oracles.
Well, I've been referred to as such before. Wouldn't be the first time.
Hi, Ethereal.
Hello, Miss Crystal. How are you?
Ethereal.
Yes.
Your guest. Have they arrived yet?
They have not.
I see.
Well, I need to go work my shift over at the Onsen for a little bit. Thank you very much for your advice, Ms. Hybris, and it's wonderful to see you.
And you.
Oh, also, you're a kid, Jaden. Let him know that I could kick his ass in any game.
You can certainly try.
Wow.
I can very much try, and I am incredibly
Those are
hard-headed.
clever words.
Those are very much fighting words.
Yes, they are, dear.
I heard that about you.
What's up?
Hello,
Anyways,
Slate.
go.
Bye,
Oh no, my hand.
Miss Crystal? I ain't hit your damn hand that hard. I don't want you to do that shit.
How long do you intend to stay for?
Now if I hit you with this knuckle, then maybe.
Ooh, do this.
I do not know.
Simply going along with whatever you please. I understand.
How have you been these past few days?
Well, I would love to sit and talk.
been good.
We've not seen each other in some
Amazing
time.
to do that.
Actually relaxing.
Have you spoken with
Yeah.
your mother in
For
the
me, I
past few
know.
weeks?
Everyone deserves to relax every now and then.
Not recently.
I'm in my 30s.
I see.
I'm not stupid.
Actually not overworking
And considering paying her
myself.
visit
Seriously,
soon.
some poison on
Barely heard from her. Although Kanton showed up
I hate to have to tell you to.
not so long ago.
Ooh, I gotta go my shift. See you later.
He was as he usually is.
Have a good one.
It's
I am currently there.
it's like a hot spring.
Well, yes, but
But that instance is offline.
The purple lotus place.
of course,
Also run it. Don't tell me
Seem
about
energetic?
something.
if you wish to visit with me, I'm sure she would love to see the both of us.
Thank you.
It's been some time since I've spoken with her.
Very specific number. Exactly 32 minutes.
Regardless, though, it's wonderful to see you.
Like a semi-specific person, but
Yes, likewise.
gonna ride the energy while I love
Sometimes.
Understandable.
I visited the area.
Of course.
Can I say hello?
Nothing big at the moment.
Of course.
Hell yeah. I heard there's like a weird experiment going on in the training room.
Supposedly.
Oh?
Should I be concerned?
Probably not.
Regardless, you are always welcome to come and go as you please.
No,
Feel
that
free to
wasn't
let me
a
know, though. I'd
Jeffrey
love to
thing.
set aside
Thank
time
you.
to visit.
We were told that Hezekiah would be in there doing something, and he was requesting everyone to stay out while he
Hezekiah's back.
I believe your schedule is busier than
Of
mine.
course.
Quite frequently.
So let me know.
Well, my moments of inactivity are
Or if he's
often
back and I
only
didn't
due
know.
to the requests of others, so
That's my fault for being absent.
I can only say
You're fine.
that I can set aside time for visits and such.
I have no idea.
But,
sometimes you gotta put a beeper on him.
I often find the few moments where no one has asked me to schedule anything are rare and
tell.
very brief.
Your right leg
There it
seems
goes.
very stagnant. Oh dear.
Which one?
Oh,
Oh yeah.
You seem to be doing the hopping on one leg thing. Is that a new dance thing?
I am normally
Do I
I
need
mean,
to?
it is now. I can popularize
Not
it if I want
contacted.
to. Oh, never mind. That's a bad
So the
idea.
opposite.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh.
Of course.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
don't.
I
hurt
suppose I'll have
yourself.
to find a time soon and just simply tell everyone no, I'm
No,
far
I
too
felt-
busy.
I felt.
I need to visit my niece.
I understand, Rochelle. I felt the fourth dimensional dread attempting to do that.
Yeah, I felt the entirety of everything around me about to drag me into.
I suppose you've been getting to know some of our newer agents, yes?
Understood.
I have seen some new faces.
What's new?
What have you been up
Of
to?
course.
Not much. Just relaxing.
Nev, Battery. This is Neko, my niece.
So the training room is
hello.
occupied.
Neko,
My pleasure to meet you.
Battery, and Nev.
Several
How
people
many
are in the
people
Two
do
garden.
of
you
our
think
more
are in-
recent
How many people do you think are in the
hires here.
At least 5.
At least 3.
Yeah, what you said? At least
And I'll assume
three?
you
At least
already
five,
know all
okay.
3 of them.
I was just in there a bit ago, and that's why I saw a little
Yes.
group talking. I was just like, I don't know if that's private or not.
I hope the both of you have been well.
Listen for 4 seconds, and then
Oh, but getting used to my room.
It looked like girl pop.
It's nice being able to stay in one spot for a while.
Ah.
It can be. Although some would say that it leads to restlessness. So, if there is anything that you need to make your stay here more comfortable, or perhaps suit your needs better, please let me know.
malarkey.
The same goes for you, Battery.
You're able to make that much.
Yes.
Yeah, you grab
Thank you
this
for
little stranded ear right
procuring
there,
a
you grab
terminal
this
for me.
little stranded ear, you
It has been installed correctly.
Sorry, I just realized
It's
we
been
were both
working
quiet
wonderfully.
over there.
I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah, when's the
Do
last
you
time you
ever
washed
clean
your
your
hair, bro?
bangs out of your face?
Now and then, they usually just fall back in place.
I'll put him back down then.
I have. Okay.
Here, chill, Brandon. Is that my guy?
I just have bedhead. I usually just kind of like comb it once and then it eventually just falls back down.
What'd you do? What did you wipe on me?
Ethereal?
That
What,
is-
did you
that
give
is
me
some
ethereal
Adopted
cooties?
sibling.
Uh-huh.
Really? What?
There you go. Take your cooties back.
Missed you.
I wonder, is everything alright?
Yeah, but
The 3 of you
no
are
idea anymore.
giggling rather, like
Don't
children.
worry.
That if perhaps...
You will be
Sorry,
fine.
ma'am. That usually
You would
happens
wonder
once I
sometimes.
arrive, you know.
I do.
Oh,
Thank
not
you,
That
Michelle.
usually happens when I
indeed.
get here.
No
But
problem.
it's
But see, now I have pistol cooties.
charm, you know.
Oh, of course.
Oh. In that case, congratulations on your upgrade.
What was my upgrade? Wait, what part of...
How do you upgrade an eggplant?
He's got. He has crystal cooties now.
Eggplant plus.
Wait a minute. I'm doing the math.
What math is there?
Cootie math.
All right, let's hear this cootie math. I'll wait to see how these mathematics go.
Alright. So,
Alright.
if, hold on. Gotta get the whiteboard out. 1 crystal. Hold on, gotta fix your ears. Right?
Uh-huh.
Hold on. Plus 1 eggplant. Gotta make the expression a little bit more tired than that. Yo. Equals.
Oh.
Do-
I see.
Do you
We are
like
doing hieroglyphics.
Alright.
Miss O'Dane,
According to my calculate, yes.
did you remember to factor in that he's currently married to Miss Saya? Spends a great deal of time
Oh
with her.
shit! Hold on.
Yes.
Thunk, thunk. Gotta make the board bigger.
Really good.
Okay.
Let her cook.
Wow.
I'm letting her cook.
This is not cooking. Over there is the cooking room. This is the math room. Alright. According to my calculations, with your
Okay,
cooties
it's the math room
combined,
now.
I didn't know they were combining.
I don't know how to tell you this, man.
Uh-huh.
Good luck.
Does he have cancer or something?
By my prognosis, Ethereal has
Oh, no.
cooties.
Yeah, that's the hard part that's hard to tell him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I'm
I
fairly
guess I'll
certain
go and
it's
inform my
terminal.
wife.
Mm-mm.
Oh no.
Yes.
I'll tell her the bad. I'll tell her the news.
Wait, no, don't give it to Saya! We need her!
He must be quarantined.
Shoot.
Ah,
I gotta give him
yes.
this cootie shot. This is like a 492-year-old thing. Hmm. I feel like I'm at a bus stop. Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Howdy.
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 How until the
Meowdy.
train gets here?
I'm
Howdy.
sorry.
Oh, what's going on?
They said it was like a bus stop. I guess trains don't go to bus stops. You know what I mean?
Generally speaking, no.
That's when the...
But there are buses that do go to train
some-
stops. They just don't park on the train tracks. That would be very dangerous and highly unadvisable.
I don't know. Am I?
Challenging me? Huh? Is this what this is?
You tell me.
Okay.
Oh, Miss Crystal.
Man, I just got doing math. She wants me.
Yes.
Was very nice to see Hobbs again. I hope the two of you have been well since his visit.
We've been okay. I haven't really seen him much since then, but
I was rather surprised by his visit.
yes, I apologize for the last minute decision.
It's all right.
We
So long as you are
decided my
courteous to
place-
your neighbors, so as to speak.
Oh, we were. I just forgot the following morning to remind him to be more courteous.
Yes,
I
yes,
was
but
not,
I don't believe
pleased.
that falls squarely on your shoulders in terms of blame. But from my knowledge and previous experience with Mr. Hobbs, this does not seem unlike him. Although I am happy to know that he is healthy and well.
Seems to be doing rather well for himself.
Well, suppose I will continue to check on things while we wait to see if Imperial's guest does arrive.
I'm gonna assume that
guest?
Ethereal went to the garden.
Well, I suppose
I'm gonna
I'll
go
just
see
have
how
to
the news of
go there.
breaking down the news of his cooties went.
Of course.
Do you need an emotional support
Hello.
work?
Oh, all right.
I always need one.
Killed her family.
Certain that he's properly ventilating the room.
Hi, and there's a guy and there's a gal.
Hello.
The what?
an agent.
I gave them the invitation. If they accept it, they accept it. If something came up and they don't arrive, then something came up.
We were having a long talk with Val. I was trying to stay away from. Oh, hi. Hi, Hybris.
Hello. How did she take the news?
I'm perfectly fine with having Crystal Cooties
Of course.
husband.
It's okay. Apparently, Neko came over and gave me the antidote.
Oh, goodness. How kind of her. Well, regardless. Messiah, I hope that you are well. You seem to be, perhaps, a bit emotionally charged at the moment, I suppose.
We were having a heavy talk subject about, with Val, Mocha, and Charles, and I think his name is the newer recruit with the gas mask. I keep spacing on his name.
Arzik?
Yes.
Yes.
We're having quite a serious talk.
I see. Wow. I suppose I shouldn't intrude any further in your conversation with Imperial, but I hope that you are well. I noticed you've been traveling with Hezekiah. He's told me a little bit, here and there.
Yeah. We've been, dealing with that whole Vatican situation.
Yes. Well, do what you need to stay safe. That is all I ask.
We have been. We are doing our best to try and solve that situation. We are not the only ones, though. We have some people from St. Jerome helping as well.
So I have been told.
Which is good. Hi, sis. Yes, you're fine. Come on, come over here. You're fine.
Oh my.
Jesus!
Wow.
Be careful also of a flower.
Yes,
There's
please
a flower
don't
in
crush
the
my
box.
flowers.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Live, baby, live. Live. Okay, you're good.
And also, why are you telling my husband he has crystal cooties?
He has all kinds
Because
of
he
goodies.
does.
I did the goodie man.
Of course.
Yeah. Then I live with
Anyways,
a cootie man.
I will leave you to your,
Ooh.
yes.
Stop it.
Evening.
Good evening.
Oh.
Evening, Miss Hybris.
Hello, Charles.
Crystal, how
So
dare
how
you
did she take the-
affect my husband?
How did she take the news?
Like that.
Oh, that's such a shame.
Wait a minute,
That's
is
why
that
she's saying,
Messiah?
"How dare you infect my husband?"
Is it Messiah has it now?
Shh, double.
Yes.
Wow. That's an ancient technique.
The fuck? I don't know how to do that. What the hell?
I am ancient myself.
You are not. Watch out, I can infect you with mundane man.
I'm not sure about my height. Or like how up I moved in my play space. I think we're good though. Oh, God, my back.
you're starting to get close to, or at least trying to, you tell them how you feel about them, and maybe they misunderstood, or it changes how they see you, and then they don't want to speak to you that much anymore. They start avoiding you. I know I should tell them eventually, but right now it might not just be a good idea. I know I could try, but after yesterday, I don't know. I fucked up.
What exactly did you do yesterday? If I may ask.
Apparently
Just getting drunk
apparently I drunkenly hugged him, and I think I made him uncomfortable.
Sure. I mean, maybe with that he'd probably understand. It was the alcohol talking. No, mate.
So.
I'd say for now, best to
Most likely.
I guess take things slow and figure things out.
Just to avoid drinking.
Hello?
Howdy. I was just saying I was turning in for the evening, so I'll take care.
What's up, Charles? And whoever's behind you.
Hello.
Yo.
Hello.
Yeah.
Gonna be turning in for the evening. I'm guessing our no, I shouldn't be concerned.
It is likely best not to concern yourself with our guest. However,
Mr. Investor.
perhaps she got cold feet.
And what about the investor?
The investor.
I thought you were talking about the
Suppose
investor.
you mean Mr. Malleus. Mr. McKay. He has already left.
Alright.
I can breathe again.
Hey, good to hear.
If I may suggest,
I didn't mean to say this in front.
you do not need to give him much mind, especially while he is here. He knows not to attempt anything here.
Attempt.
But if you feel uncomfortable around him, I would certainly suggest keeping your distance if you wish. I can't tell you to do otherwise.
If his nickname's the Collector, I assume attempt collecting. Eesh.
Something like that, yes. He has a number of nicknames. Regardless, it's nice to speak with the both of you.
Yo.
Apologies for my concern, considering it's out of place, but okay. Sorry, not out of place, out of turn, maybe. I don't know.
And what do you mean by this?
To be honest, Athena scares me a hell of a lot more than Malleus, ma'am. And it ain't just because the fact that I probably don't fit in much collection outside of a dusty archive of what was.
Perhaps. There are a number of things to be worried about, or perhaps even scared of, concerning Mr. McKay. Athena is dangerous. Yes, because she has destructive power and a killer instinct.
Oh, that Athena.
However,
Wait, she was on here?
there are far, far worse things than death. That will be my warning.
Understood.
Duly noted.
Either way, I'll see you later.
Of course. Take care, Mr. Charles.
Good night.
Good night.
You as well. Ooh, wait.
See you, Charles. What?
Slick. It's nice. You're sneaking up on me.
Hybris, right? I hope I'm getting that name right.
Yes, That is my name.
I.
Or at least part of it, anyways. That is what
Gotcha.
most people call me.
Didn't know that, I think she was said to be a councilman's daughter. Athena was here. Huh. Interesting day.
Yes, the daughter of Sachi,
Yeah,
the councilman of the Garden District. An old, associate of mine, if you will.
I heard my fair share of rumors, so yeah. Gotcha.
Always be careful with rumors.
Fair enough.
Sometimes it can be
Fair
difficult
enough.
to determine where their source lies, and whether that source is to be believed. That being
Although the ones
said,
I
I
feel
can...
I've heard about Mr. McKay are true, given sources I got them from.
Perhaps a wise deduction, although I can't say I know where you're getting your rumors from.
I
What?
suppose it's from other agents here who have encountered him.
Hmm.
Other female agents.
Say at least out of seniority.
Of course. Now, as I said,
They mentioned he doesn't come
being
here
wary.
often, but...
You were
Suppose
saying?
there's nothing to worry about then. Oh, no, just that he doesn't come here often, so I'm not really sure I should be worried. I look human enough, it's just... They just told me to be wary of if I were to encounter him and he talks to me. Not to tell him what I am.
I find that many people misconstrue an idea that if you are human, it makes you less valuable to him, but I will warn you that that may not always be the case. In the right hands, anyone can become incredibly useful. I mean, goodness knows, what we do here is an example of that. Enabling even the most ordinary or perhaps simple of people to do good things. And in some cases, great things. In that sense,
It's understandable.
Malleus is not much different.
Yep.
But as I said, being wary of him is certainly a wonderful policy to maintain.
Gotcha.
Granted, I suppose I could say the same thing of many of the councilmen, but much of this comes down to personal experience and preference.
Right.
Well, I don't think I know any of the councilmen, so...
Most I got is stories from the meat rack.
I see. Well, of course, you know of Mr. McKay and Sachi, as I mentioned before. Mr. McKay being the councilman of the Palace District. Sachi being the councilman of the Garden District. But there is also, of course, Nemesis of the Waterfront District, who I'm sure you're familiar with if you have spent time at the meat rack.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna be living there. Oh, shit. Got an apartment there now.
I see. There is also Councilman Jobot, the industrial district.
Can't say I've heard of that one.
Mm. There is also Councilman Akikoro of District 0.
That place I've heard of, but not much.
I think I heard
Just a
Zero. Was
place
that
to
like?
avoid.
I believe he is the youngest.
Is that the one that's also nicknamed the Wasteland or something else?
Well, I suppose District 0 is a bit of a wasteland at the moment after the incidents that occurred of the past year. Much of the district was destroyed, or at least torn asunder.
Does that involve the thing that Charles talked about, those Aether zombies or whatever they are, or some other thing?
I suppose that and other incidents that have
Aye.
occurred.
Fair enough.
Well, I believe that is all of them at the moment, unless that has changed and my information is not correct anymore.
I believe everything might be accurate so far, so... At least most of the rumors I've heard happen to be true now, so...
Well, as I said before...
But I...
I find that doing business with the council is rather unsavory, but again, this is a personal opinion rather than a factual statement. Oh, yes, actually, there was recently a visitor, a Mr. Galdier, one of the more recent additions to the council. Councilman of the Guardian District.
I think I heard about that. He runs the whole bounty hunting stuff in Zafira.
I have heard a little bit of information about this as well, yes.
Actually, a long time ago, Mira gave me one of these old cards about bounty hunting, but probably not reliving that later. I don't know.
I couldn't remember at the moment. Also, hi, Mary. Mary, your girl is so fucking cute.
Well, I'll be sure to keep everything that I know in mind.
Aye, same here.
Of course. Well, regardless, I hope that you are both enjoying your stay here at the moment, finding the facilities both accommodating and hospitable.
Very much so.
Regardless, welcome to Aegis, both of you. I look forward to seeing your growth.
Yeah. We got a mission on Tuesday, so I'll watch your back, you watch mine in case shit goes crazy. Hopefully it doesn't.
I hope it doesn't reduce to that.
Yes, and stay close to and abide by your team lead. This is very important.
Actually, if I remember correctly, our team lead's actually Imperial.
Yes, one of our
I
officers.
believe so, yes.
Oh, my hope is that by working with the newer recruits, he can show you exactly how you are expected to operate while out in the field. Regardless, I look forward to seeing the results of your work.
Yeah. But for now, I think my tuck-in for tonight. See y'all later, then. Nice meeting you.
I'll need to be.
She definitely fits that vibe.
As well, so a pleasure.
Of course. Take care. And good night.
Good night.
Have a good one.
Oh, wow. Yeah, she definitely fits that vibe. What's funny is I had seen her on the I had seen you made a thing for her on MetaMeet. She looked super fucking cute. Although I will tell you right now, fucking Sakura can't read her shirt.
We left the
I'll be
others
honest,
in
I
the
can
room
barely
still.
read it.
I had no idea. They probably are there or something, but
If she could read her shirt, oh my god, it would be such a different interaction. It is, it's perfect.
you stay well. I'll tell you. I'll watch your back, you watch mine, eh? Old soldier's oath right there.
Yeah.
It comes with the territory.
Oh, speaking of which, actually, should I check this message? I want to look at if it's something.
Hope you have a
Shouldn't see.
safe ride home then.
Blaze Scott for that suggestion. Yeah, what's funny is I had just recently seen like a picture of that T-shirt. It's an icy one. Okay.
You too.
Yeah, because I don't always know it's in our DMs. I don't always remember. Aw, cute. Yeah. Sakura definitely was immediately interested. They were so kind and so sweet. So, and those are generally the people she tends to vibe really well with.
There's still a lot of life force left to pass on before I'm fully gone.
As long as you're in control.
Yes,
We're gonna do high-risk things.
What is the word? Exhausted. To really care about doing anything.
Alright, well.
Yeah.
You know how eccentric some
Yeah,
of the
hopefully
agents can
Sakura and
be.
her get some more chances to hang out.
Try to
I'm on
at
site.
least
No, for now. No.
understanding.
No.
Gotcha.
Please, no.
Yes, you did give her quite a bit. I'll be fine.
Yes, but it was meant for dragon dosage, so.
Yes, that
a
is
little
true.
heavy. That's about it. You should be relatively.
You know, I'm wondering if Neko's here.
Yes.
Oh, that's Seer. I see you.
Where to first? I'll accompany you.
I'll let you guide.
Well, we can head to the garden if you wanted to be more relaxed, or we can head to food if you actually did want something.
Ah, yes. Food does sound nice.
I'm pretty sure there's a lot to choose from.
I'm not exactly picky. I've eaten quite a bit of things, human included.
You know, we can just bypass that.
You needn't spy. You could introduce yourself.
However, this is more fun.
I suppose. It would be a bit hypocritical of me to say that I didn't enjoy simply observing. Shall we?
I said preferably not injured at all.
You said severely before you said that.
Afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay, no injuries. Anything else?
It is a whole big issue that I would have to talk to literally you in private, and there is the only other person besides. Okay, the only two people I've told up here about this is Asher and Ethereal. And Ethereal's my husband. He's involved.
Yeah, of course.
It's fucking crazy. He's the one also fighting this too. We were called out by a friend to go take care of a fucking cult trying to the goddamn Demon King.
Yeah.
We took the cult down and we didn't kill a single person. No problem, right? What we didn't know.
Apologies for interrupting. Your husband has started something.
Oh god, what did he start?
He has decided to start a prank war with both Kitsune.
Good luck, hon.
Goodbye, boy!
I'm sorry. You cannot win this. I'm sorry. I wish you only the best of luck.
I was
Hi,
told
Neko.
I'm allowed to ask for help if the other people agree.
I am sorry for your loss.
He's not gonna die,
Just
Neko.
assume I'm gonna lose and die.
No, you're not
So I'm
gonna
gonna need
live
a
and
potion
die.
from you.
Understood.
That's the
That's
second
fine.
person who's asked.
As
that.
long as... Oh.
Oh,
Hi, Hybris.
Hello.
I'll be fine.
I'll say this is just don't go crazy with it.
It will be over
I'm already
soon,
telling my
River.
daughter and her
I don't-
sibling not to
Oh,
do
wiggle,
with the
wiggle,
prank
wiggle,
war
wiggle,
too crazy.
I promise we won't go crazy.
We'll see. We'll see
Thank you.
if
That's
I
all
can finally get
ask.
around to updating that model
I
for her.
won't.
Just don't endanger his life.
Maybe.
Don't endanger anyone's life.
Maybe it won't be so
We already
wiggle,
made the
wiggle,
rule
diggle,
for no
wiggle,
injuring
wiggle,
each
wiggle.
other. That's the main rule.
Good.
Good. She pranks anyways.
Yeah, we'll see if we can calm it down. Although I think I actually would wanna
You gotta go
add
for
like a
the
toddler
crazy
some shit where it gets all
elaborate
like
pranks.
uber wiggly.
We can talk about what we were talking about later. So about the Frogan Yoga. When are you gonna go?
Whenever he wants
What's a
to.
Frogan Yogan?
It is a
I was
frozen
given a
yogurt place. Yeah, give me.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
The double
I got a
ribbon
cheap phone
special.
coupon.
Mhm.
If you'd like,
Rochelle,
we can
I
also
want
go.
you to know that I am fourth dimensionally cursing you. That is all. Goodbye.
Damn!
Ferris,
You've been fourth dimensionally cursed. I'm so
Hey,
sorry.
listen, I am not
I'll
that
let you guys get back to your
powerful.
talk.
Miss
okay?
O'Dane, I'm aware you've been getting into construction and demolition work, but I would have to ask
Yes,
that
ma'am?
you avoid breaking the fourth wall so much.
Ma'am, I really didn't mean to. Do I need to grab the dial and turn it back? Is that what you're telling me right now?
Just a little.
Just a little. Just a little. Okay.
Unless we upset the
Be
balance.
honest, ma'am. Oh, okay. I will fix the balance. Oh my god. That's what happened. Wait a minute. When I got the Thanos sword commission, that's what happened. Explains so much.
Stop it.
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Hybris. I'm sorry.
Yes, science.
Yes.
Anybody
Science.
Anybody asked? It's strictly for academic research and observation on my part. That's all.
Right.
Oh.
Wow, you
Actually,
just
Crystal.
destroyed him.
I need to pull you
No.
aside.
I got spooked by our body.
Oh, that's a Hybris behind that.
I'm sorry. I'm told that some find my appearance to be rather intimidating. I'll work on it.
You have a very lovely appearance, ma'am. I just didn't expect you to be right beside me.
Another plane of existence, maybe.
Dr. Anna and Hezekiah.
Well, somewhat. Technically Dr. Amber, but now,
Dr. Hammer
well-
is a little incapacitated.
I see.
Wait. Are you the other one? Yes. Pleasure to meet you.
nice talk in the training room, so everything should be alright.
Oh, that's good to hear.
What about yours?
Seems they were unable to arrive.
It's been a while since you've been
We'll
stood
try
up,
another
huh?
day. They may have overslept or something.
Crystal, pull you aside for a second.
Of course.
You know, I needed a medical personnel earlier. I couldn't find you.
I'm sorry, I was avoiding Mr. McKay. Went to a place I thought
Fair
he would
enough.
look.
So was I.
Is that the one that you said I could eat?
I said wouldn't be against it, but you can't eat him, no.
What did you need me for exactly?
Well, at the time I needed you to administer a dosage of anesthetic.
Hopefully you were able to find someone in that time?
Yes, she was able to help.
I apologize for not being more accessible.
No, it's fine. It happens. Especially when, you know, it's not really an emergency. Well obliged. So she's gonna be around for a little bit until she decides to, I guess, take a nap and switch back.
Alright.
Alright.
Either that or clear out the fridge, whatever happens first.
You might not want to make bets on that one.
Fair enough.
They do have a very healthy appetite.
Yeah, that's not changing anytime soon either.
No, it most certainly won't.
Miss Hybris, everything is under control. Went perfectly well.
Yes, I hope your conversation was enlightening.
I'm now wondering what those two are talking about.
Yeah, I learned a lot of
Probably
things.
your demise.
Probably.
Oh.
Yes, you did.
You're right.
What about
I
those
haven't
two?
enjoyed a good demise
Mm.
plot in several centuries.
Perhaps you should go and have a talk with Miss Saya. Make certain she's well. I believe she's discussing something rather sensitive. Something perhaps I believe you may know something about.
I was challenged to a prank war and I did not back down. Now I'm up against two
No, it's
kitsunes.
against. Yeah, you're. That's why I said you might not die painfully, but you might die regardless. There's these weird connections that keep forming. Believe me, I'm thinking on them too.
Okay, I'm also kind of thinking about. Hello?
I teach.
Oh, howdy. Yo, what's up?
Miss Hybris told me to head over to see if you needed me.
I'm alright. We're just discussing catching
I'm
up a little
good.
bit.
I simmered down, you know. I'm good. And
Right, that makes sense.
we were talking about something relatively serious, and I switched it to something crackheaded and crazy, so it wouldn't be as
We need those
serious
once in a
as-
while. No, we need
Exactly.
those.
Don't get me wrong. Sometimes my stupidity is a nicely placed chess piece. It was just that bad time, you know.
As the girl keeps saying, humor is the best way to sometimes get out of a serious topic.
Yeah, I mean,
It helps.
I have more questions, but that's completely up to you if you want to finish this conversation, or if you want to hightail it out, or we can go one-on-one. Cause I got nothing to do.
Yeah, they're family issues. That's it. I'm dealing with them. I'm not dealing with them alone, but I'm dealing.
No, come on, gimme.
Alright.
Okay. So as far as I've met you, you've always had some kind of family schnitz going on, right?
Who doesn't?
Wish
Look at
I.
me.
Yeah.
Remember that you can call me. Okay? I mean it.
I know. I've just been very careful now with information.
I mean, as you should be.
I'm extra careful. I'm very also even has to talk about it. She's the therapist, but I don't know how much information I can let out.
I tell you what. How about we make a plan then? You and I, right now. Okay? No, seriously. Think about it.
Okay, what kind of plan?
Minutes, maybe like, let's say about 30-ish minutes or so. You and I go off to the onsen or where the hell ever, and you talk with me first, and if you feel comfortable talking to me, imagine what it is talking to a therapist who can actually understand this better than me.
Yeah.
She is on the station for a reason, Saya, and if you bottle up one more family issue, you're gonna explode like a freaking wine bottle. You and your funny little friend.
Yes. Cinder and I are working a little better together. That's the only good thing about this.
Oh,
she's not been calling me an asshole once in a while.
Hello,
Hello,
Miss
keep yourself
Verdane.
so stressed. Build up too much of that, and I'm not letting you out on that field work with me. For your own safety and the others. Which,
I'm
speaking of,
nodding it
Miss
out.
Hybris, you carry on. If you need me for anything, I'm always open.
Yes.
If I could borrow you for a
Thanks,
sec.
Teach.
Yeah. What the smart rock band said.
I'm not smart. I've just been through a lot.
Oh, you are smart.
I believe they call that wisdom. Experience.
That too. And she's like an AI, so she's literally smart.
Got a lot of experiences.
I know.
Don't always make the best decisions.
I think we just call that not thinking things through.
Well, sometimes I'm hard-headed. No pun intended. Anyways, the fieldwork that I was talking about with Saya, the Vatican had called for some of us. Saya and Luke also answered the call.
I see.
I went on behalf of Ariel. She told me that she felt some type of rift forming in the balance that she holds, that she oversees. And she wanted me to take a look.
I see.
We followed a lead that the Vatican had, apparently, a ley line that they have control over that's hidden away. And on this ley line is a anchor, very strong one, to the upper planes. All of them.
I think I know the one.
They had us gather that first bit of intel, which gave us only a small glimpse of what we were dealing with. Something called the Fallen. Trying to corrupt an angel in order to corrupt the portal itself and get into the upper planes and wreak havoc. That's all we've been able to identify so far. We don't know how deep it goes or who is commanding these forces.
I see. This is troubling news, certainly.
I'm going to continue to give my full efforts in helping them resolve this. My home is among those planes, and it's already been through enough.
Naturally. Your personal business. This will not get in the way of this?
I'm training with some of the Arcadian knights and inquisitors. They know
believe this will
something's
be enough to
there.
hold her at bay while you take care of this?
I believe that my willpower and I will be tested in my own faith.
Well, just be sure that you do not crack and crumble. Hold strong. Otherwise, I fear the consequences will be rather dire. Not just for you, but for many. Heading this problem off at the source before it grows will be imperative. Continue to work with the Vatican, but perhaps let me know if the situation begins to devolve or change. We are willing to do what we can to assist. We've worked with them before. We will gladly do so again. Especially if it is for maintaining cosmic security.
I'll let the Inquisitor know. In case we're ever spread too thin and an emergency happens. We know we have extra backup.
Yes, even if it is so that you can simply focus on a larger threat at hand.
Do.
Is there anything else concerning this? I know you have been gone for some time. Was rather interested to hear about your findings, both of yourself and of what you saw out there.
I went back to the only anchor that I know of, which is my home. Inside the capital that was Elysium. The rubble where it stood. I went to the place where the old library used to stand, or rather, underneath where it used to stand. There are celestial, automatons set up in the area guarding from looters and such still. It looks like the far outskirts have begun to be checked briefly, but things still don't seem to be flourishing there. They really did a number on the area.
Such glorious and devastating power. My one visit to Elysium, I remember it well. This is why the work you are doing now with the Vatican may become even more important than you see now. If there is something that threatens balance within not just our plane, but the outer planes, the consequences can ripple and cause problems of a far-reaching nature elsewhere. Be vigilant.
I agree. Ariel always preaches that to me. A single stone casts a ripple across the entire pond.
Yes. So that someone is threatening this is most concerning. Be a stone by which the waves fall upon, if you must. But be careful, cautious. And above all, be safe.
I will.
Hmm.
It's different now, working with others again. Even Luke and Saya have grown so much that
Yes.
I almost feel like I'm part of a squad again. The Vatican picked some strong allies. There's even an angel.
I see. Well, do your best, and perhaps do your best to provide guidance to Miss Saya. I can tell she is gravely troubled by a number of issues, not just this. She may get distracted, and especially in dealing with Cinder, it is of the utmost importance that she maintains balance and control. As for Luke, this perhaps will be a test to see how much he really has grown. I look forward to seeing what he is capable of now.
Well, they put us through a trial in Arcadia. In order for us to be worthy of a title granted. They did pretty exceptional. Held their ground, pushed forward, were knocked down, got back up.
I'm
proud that they took my training to heart. Cinder made one small outburst, but it was more as if she was tired of seeing Saya holding back. I think they can work together yet.
This is troubling, but to be understood. The desires of each are vastly different from the other. So it only makes sense that one will place value on a certain sense of modesty, while the other simply wishes to see results, if you will. Regardless, I have faith in her.
As do I. I just have to keep enforcing it. That, and it's nice to see some of those older Celestials bite their tongues when the Nephilim comes and passes their trials.
Yes, I suppose they would have their prejudices, but showing them that the worth of a person should be only perceived via their actions, rather than the circumstances of their creation. Well, I suppose I can sympathize in a sense. Regardless, would do well to continue to keep an eye on her. Make certain that she does not stray from our current path.
I think all of my students are doing pretty well.
I have noted as such. Dr. Amber and her companion. I'm interested to see how this develops. Although, I fear for the changes on the horizon for Dr. Amber.
She's going to, from what, Evangeline, that's the other's name.
So I heard.
Spoke to me about, the recordings are there for you to go over if you want, but she'll probably get some claws next, and the scales on her legs might start to change from the bottom. After that, it'll be some time before she gets the next steps, but a little bit stronger here and there. And eventually Evangeline will...
I see.
fully
I suppose then my...
fuse with her.
How would you put it? My predictions, they were at least partially correct. Taking her in was a wise decision, I believe. Although, I wonder how she will perceive these changes in herself. I believe that will be her next test.
Both of those.
Yes, but it's easy to simply sit and observe as a change takes place. It's another to experience it, especially one outside of your control. It can be very frightening.
Lucky.
Even for the most prepared. As for our new recruit, I look forward to seeing what she is fully capable of. Her credentials were impressive enough, but believe she will need time to learn to better accommodate the wide variety of individuals that we have here aboard our station. Will be a challenge for her, I believe. One that I look forward to seeing her succeed at. My prediction is she will learn with time, although I imagine she will likely need assistance from some of her fellow medical staff. If you see perhaps any wavering in her disposition, please be sure to guide her to some of them, or vice versa.
I will. Hopefully, Scarlett and BB get back soon.
Hopefully, but for now.
It's weird that,
we must exercise
thinking about
patience.
it, most of our officers aren't even around. Well, they stop by every now and then.
Ion's visits have been a bit more infrequent. However, I think this is more due to shifts in priorities in his life as he adjusts to his new position. As for Scarus and BB, as I said, we must be patient. Although I worry for Mr. Kanto. If he does not learn to share some of the load, I worry that he may crack.
I'll make sure to look out for him. Or at least let those who are near him most.
Wow. Was there anything else you wished to discuss?
I think those are all the reports. There was a small segment during our talk with Evangeline. I talked about a bit of my past, which I didn't really have on record.
If you would like for me to classify this information, I can. However, I am unable to remove information from my archive.
I'm fine with you knowing. I just don't want it to change my perception, amongst others.
We all come from a number of backgrounds. We all have our teachers. We all have things that we have done that we regret. I understand.
And thank you, Miss Hybris. I'll be pushing the paperwork for the recruits to the other offices. Other than that, I think we're all caught up. Minus some medical supplies that need to be stocked. Some of the potions are going to expire, apparently.
Wouldn't worry
Lady
about
Crystal
it.
said.
I wouldn't worry so much about it. That is medical staff's duty. And certainly can work with Miss Crystal to replenish the supply or find an alternative source. In the meantime, continue focusing on your tasks.
Always a pleasure, Miss Hybris. I'll get back to Evangeline, although she seems to be doing perfectly fine.
Perhaps.
Still, thanks for giving me a job. Although, about a year ago now.
I should be the one thanking you, given all the good work you've done for us here.
I gotta keep my stay somehow.
Naturally, but still, the work you do has provided many benefits for us.
So, which one are we still?
It's still me.
Ah, fair enough.
I must have zoned out for a second. If you need me to, I can go.
Oh, no, you're fine. In fact, it's probably better to have medicals anyways around.
Especially since I wasn't around the first time. I apologize for that as well.
Like I said, I had somebody help. That's why we
You
have,
should have been there.
a good amount of staff. It's alright.
Well, regardless, our distinguished guest, welcome. I hope you find the facilities comfortable.
Yes, this garden reminds me of home.
Well, you are welcome to enjoy it for as long as you wish, or until perhaps you wish to depart.
I want to thank you for giving her a place to be.
I believed, based on the information she provided, that taking her in would provide a suitable place for her not only to help others, but also to self-reflect, to grow as a person. This, as I'm sure you remember, is one of our core tenets here at Aegis.
Yes, it has given both of us a chance to individually reflect.
Well, as I said, continue to enjoy at your leisure.
I certainly will.
For the time being, I believe I'll be bidding the three of you good night. For the time being.
Good night, ma'am.
Good
I'll be in the office later. If you need anything, just let me know.
Naturally. Regardless, good night. I don't know who else is left in the lobby. I think it's quieted down a bit. Tempted to go over to the onsen for a bit as Arbor. See if we can't run into... Actually, I don't know. Is Howl still there? Because I was originally thinking about going as Arbor to go talk to Vic and Allie and just, I don't know, get a little bit of RP in with them. Yes? Boss at work? He's at the onsen? Wait, is he there as a Victor?